first down, and they're going to throw with Allen. That's caught by Hollister. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that'll set them back 5. Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game.
55, right there in the middle, 55. Hey, let's get in them holes.
Here's Allen. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Burrow. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. There he goes, right side. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now a dump off here complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25.
Let's go, baby.
A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Mixon with a first down carry. Pushing his way through. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, Those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So with a lot of good...
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Under a minute to go. Clock running and a back and forth first quarter of play. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Bengals.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. On first down, Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Touchdown! That's caught. T. Higgins, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. To throw, it's Allen. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Check three. Banjo.
Now Allen. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen, he'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Jacob Hollister, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. Allen will try to throw for it. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, he might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Throwing now. Burrow on first down. To Mixon on the check down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To the air again, Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Complete to T. Higgins. A gain of 7. First down, Bengals.
Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. McPherson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30. Past midfield. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. Mixon with a first down and more. And he gets this one down to the 24.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now. They'll give it to Mixon. Trucks over him. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Switch up. Here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
Burrow on play action. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. So there is the big arm of with Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Phillips now from the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you...
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Allen off the play fake. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Get that ball. Good dad. Come. Wide. Get wide. Five wide. Motion. Done.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Check down to Breida. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And that will tie us at 24 all. So give him 3 on that drive. Normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Burrow will throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. but unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
On first down, Mixon. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Back to Mixon on second down. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Burrow on third down. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They will throw on first down with Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He will find his man Chase, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a... Touchdown. DJ Moore. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bills have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, One guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The veteran Mario Addison in there to drop him for a loss.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
On second down, here's Mixon. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now Bengals on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 14. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. On 2nd and 12, Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 11, and it's 3rd down.
here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open man is Uzomah. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass. It's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Now it's Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Now Allen. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They try to take a shot there on 2nd down, and that leaves them, because of the incompletion, a very tricky 3rd and 10.
And with a time situation, you would expect them to try and get it all in this one play, but there's still enough time that if you can take something shorter, gain some yardage, make it a more manageable 4th down if you need to.
He gets this complete to Diggs. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Throwing is Allen. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's Allen. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. One final try here for Allen. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Allen steps away to his left. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. So all eyes now on Tyler Bass. This a long one from 54. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So all eyes now on Tyler Bass. This a long one from 54. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Well, going into the final play